Howdy gang, and welcome back to Pool School. In today's episode, I am going to show you just how easy it is to test your pool's alkalinity and how to adjust it without adversely affecting your pH. So what do you say we dive right in? Alrighty, before we go on any further, I want to thank you once again for watching my video. Remind you to like it if you do, subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already, and please share my channel with everyone you know who owns a pool. And don't forget to check out my newest website, poolschooler.com, for the next level in DIY pool maintenance and priority access to me for all your pool maintenance questions. Alrighty, so as I promised, this video is on how to test the alkalinity of your pool water and how to adjust it without messing up the pH of your pool. In Arizona, typically my experience is if the alkalinity and pH are high, they're both high, and they're both low simultaneously. They usually run side by side, but that's not the case in all cases. And in a lot of pools throughout the country and throughout the world, that is not the case. You might have high alkalinity and low pH. So I'm gonna talk to you about that a little bit at the end of this video. So again, I'm gonna teach you how to test the alkalinity of your pool. It's super easy. And again, I use the AquaCheck 7, another name for them is the AquaCheck Silver test strips, and these are fantastic. They're very accurate when used correctly. It only takes about 15 to 20 seconds, and it's very easy to test for not just alkalinity, but pH, total hardness, free chlorine, total chlorine, and cyanuric acid, even though you don't need to test for cyanuric acid every single week. Alrighty, so anyway, these are the test strips I'm gonna use, and we're gonna go to a pool and check out just how easy it is to test the alkalinity of your pool. Alrighty, so I'm here at one of my clients' pools, and we're going to test the alkalinity. I want to just quickly go over the test strip. Again, we're looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one down, total alkalinity, okay? And if you notice the ranges, I'm going to show you really quick, where it's 0 parts per million all the way up to 240 parts per million. Now, anyway, notice the low level here is around 40, and then the ideal levels are between 80 and 120, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind. I'm gonna show you how to use this test strip. It's very easy. All right, so real quick, remember, just a reminder, I'm looking for the total alkalinity, which is right here. And again, it's in parts per million, and there's a range from 0 to 240, and the ideal is between 80 and 120 parts per million. Now notice the way the strip is being diagrammed here with the thumb right there. That's how I'm holding it. I'm gonna dip it in the pool here. Just dip it in, 8 inches deep or so. Pull it out. Do not shake the test strip. And you're going to check after about 15 seconds the alkalinity. Now you notice in this one my alkalinity is a little high. It looks like it's about, let me zoom in here a little bit. Looks like I'm about 180, between 120 and 180. So it's a little bit high, nothing to really worry about, but my pH is a teeny bit high as well. So in this case, this pool is probably okay, because I know that as people swim in it, their body oils, there's going to be some acidity in their body oils, and that's going to bring the pH and alkalinity down. So I'm not really too worried about it. But let's go back now and talk about what we do if the alkalinity is high or low. All right, so we tested the alkalinity, and let's say the alkalinity is a little bit high, and your pH is okay. Or maybe your pH is low, but there's another video on that one. So let's say your alkalinity is a little bit high, all right? What you're going to want to use to lower that alkalinity without adversely affecting the pH of your pool is dry granular pool acid, okay? And I believe it's dry muriatic acid. I don't know why it's different and why it works differently, but it tends to work differently. I'm not a chemist, so I don't know. But you're using dry granular pool acid to bring the alkalinity of your pool down, okay? And typically what I tell people is, if the alkalinity is high, again, depending on where it is, add about a pound of the dry acid to the pool with the equipment running, and then in an hour or two, test the chemistry again and see if your alkalinity is down. If not, repeat the process. I suggest never adding more than a pound of dry acid at a time, okay? So if you want to be a little more careful, you can put in half a pound, but you can kind of play with that. But as far as swimming in the pool afterwards, you might want to just kind of Wait a couple hours, see what your alkalinity is before you do that. And again, you don't want to overdose your pool. So I always say, no more than a pound at a time. The equipment running helps distribute the chemicals and disperse them and mix them in there a lot faster. And that way you can test after a couple hours, see if the alkalinity is down back to where it needs to be. If not, just repeat the process until it is, all right? Now, if your alkalinity is low, all right, if your alkalinity is low, then what you have to do is you want to add bicarbonate of soda. So Arm & Hammer baking soda is a bicarbonate of soda, okay? That's different than the soda ash we use to raise the pH of the pool. So bicarbonate of soda, you're gonna wanna add about a pound, no more than a pound at a time, in the same process as you would to bring the alkalinity down with the dry acid. You add a pound at a time with the equipment running, let it distribute in there really nice and mix in real good, give it an hour or two. Test your alkalinity again. If it's back up to where it needs to be, you're good to go. If not, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to repeat the process until you bring that alkalinity to where you need it to be. Again, don't overdose your pool. Don't be dumping in pounds at a time. 1 pound, couple hours, test it, and then adjust as needed. All right? Okay. So gang, there you have it. That's my video on how to test and adjust the alkalinity of your pool water. I hope it made sense. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below this video, or you can email me directly, and my email address will come across the bottom of the screen here. It's kennypoolschool@gmail.com. Once again, kennypoolschool@gmail.com. Remember, I get a lot of emails and comments, so it's hard to get back to them. So I do my best. It might be a while before I can get back to them. I apologize for that, but I do try to get back to everybody's comments and questions. If you'd like more priority access to me, plus a whole bunch of other DIY pool maintenance perks and helps, please check out my website again, poolschooler.com. It's going to come right across here in the front, poolschooler.com. Thanks again for watching. Remind you to like, subscribe, and share once again. And as always, until we meet again, remember, have fun, be safe, and always, always, always watch those kids and elderly folk and pets around the pool. And I'll see you next time.